This is the review sheet for your quiz that you should have completed last night. What I want you to do while you watch this video is have a grading pen in your hand. If you don't have one out, get one out right now. I expect you to correct these if they are wrong, mark them right if they're correct, and hopefully this will help prepare you for your quiz that you are about to take. So number one, we have 1/3 times 1/3 times 1/3. So this is 1/3 to the third power. And remember, when you write fractions, you must put them in parentheses to show that you want the exponent to cube all of the parts. Number two, you have -4 times -4 times -4 times -4. That happens 4 times. So in parentheses, -4 to the fourth. If you wrote that, you are not correct. Just like if you wrote this on number one, you are also not correct. Fractions must be in parentheses. Numbers that were in parentheses in your original problem also must be in parentheses. Number three, x is x to the fifth. Number 4 is 3 squared, that takes care of that, times f to the third power. On 5 through 8, it has you evaluate the expression. No, you do not get a calculator. Yes, you can do this in your head. Okay, 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. Done, move on. Number 6 is -4 squared, which is -4, times -4, which is positive 16. Number 7 is 3 to the second over 3 to the first. You could subtract those. 2 minus 1 is 1. This is 3 to the first, which is 3. You also could have thought of this as 9 divided by 3, which is also 3, because 3 squared is 9. Ooh, what happened? Go back. Oh, messed up. Number 8, when you notice that the bases are the same, you see this -3 and this -3, look at the exponents. You have 4 and -4. Add them together, you get -3 to the 0 power, which simplifies to 1. 9, 10, and 11, simplify the expression. Leave your answer as a power. So same base. Exponents are 3 and 2. So this is -1/2 in parentheses to the fifth. If you have that, not correct. Number 10, b to the fourth times b to the third. Once again, add 4 and 3, b to the seventh. Number 11, we have power to a power. This is x to the third raised to the fourth power, so you multiply those two exponents, and this is x to the 12th. Number 12, when there is more than one term and an exponent outside, you need to distribute the exponent to the inside. That's 2 to the fourth times x to the fourth when you distribute that 4. Same thing on 13, you can 5 to the a and the b, so this becomes a to the fifth times b to the fifth, and you're done. Number 14 is a little tricky, a lot going on here. You got to distribute the 3 to the 2/3. Let's do that first. In parentheses, 2/3 to the third. And now we have to deal with the second part. T squared to the third power, multiply 2 times 3. So this is 2/3 cubed, t to the 6th power. Number 15, -4 to the 9th over -4 to the 7th. When you divide the same base, you subtract exponents. This is -4 to the 6th power. Number 16, you need to multiply the numerator before simplifying it with the denominator. So 2 to the 4th times 2 to the 5th is 2 to the 9th because you add, divided by 2 to the 7th because that's the original problem. Now you're dividing bases, so this turns into 2 squared, and you may leave it like that. 17, just like we simplified the numerator before, now we're going to simplify the denominator. So this is x to the 16th over x to the 10th. Now we have division, so we subtract 16 minus 10 is x to the 6th. Number 18, you can either work across or work down. I'll do it both ways. Y to the 5th times y to the 20th is y to the 25th, because you add. 4 to the 11th, or excuse me, y to the 4th times y to the 11th is y to the 15th. Subtract 25 minus 15, and it's y to the 10th. If you worked down, this is y to the 1st times y to the 9th. 9 plus 1 is also y to the 10th. Either way you do it, you should get the same answer. Number 19, now we're working with negative exponents. Remember, you cannot have negative exponents in your answer. All of your exponents must be positive. Okay, so when you have a negative exponent, we've talked about sending things to the basement. Okay, so when it's negative, send this to the basement, make it positive. What's left up top is a 1. Number 20, division with the same base. When we have division with the same base, we subtract. 10 minus 15 is negative 5. Once again, we have a negative exponent. Send it to the basement, 1 up top. Number 21, now we have 4 times x to the negative third. I want you to realize these are 2 separate terms. And when they're 2 separate terms, the only thing that gets sent to the basement is this x to the negative 3. And when it gets sent to the basement, it becomes a positive x to the 3. What's left up top? 4. So your final answer is 4 over x to the third. 22. Let's worry about this part first. We have x to the 10th times x to the 10th. Multiplying exponents, or multiplying bases, so you add the exponents. So this is 5x to the 20th over x to the 30th. Now we worry about this part. X to the 20th over x to the 30th is x to the negative 10th. Can't forget about that 5, so it's 5x to the negative 10th. Once again, the x to the negative 10th gets sent to the basement, becomes positive 10. 5 stays up top. Final answer. Okay, you should have marks all over this paper, either right or wrong. Okay, if I went too fast, you can ask to go back and watch one of the questions. But at this time, go ahead and turn in your review sheet and get ready to take the quiz. Thanks.